Hello, magical people. How's it going out there? My name's Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to the Beyond Astro weekly forecast here on the Beyond Mystic, YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. We're going to get into our Western astrology horoscope for the week of Sunday, June 15th, going until Saturday, June 21st. And yes, happy Father's Day. Bajorni in the chat says happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all our amazing fathers out there. Hope everybody is doing very, very well in some of these intense transits aspects that we've been having as of late. Before we get into the astrology for the week, please remember, you guys, to like, share, and subscribe to the Beyond Mystic channels. And if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And I think my earliest availability is November of 2025. And I'm going to be starting to do less readings moving forward. So if you would like to see me this year, you can go book in at the link below. We've got personal forecasts looking at your year ahead, birth chart readings, astrocartography, which is locational astrology, and of course, solar return birthday charts. Linda says, "Hello, Meg. You look perky for how late it is." I'm to be honest, Linda and everyone, I'm actually feeling quite tired right now. It's past midnight here in Belgium, but I'm happy that I look perky to you, Linda. And also, our last housekeeping piece is Carla over at Ascension Orgonites. It's the last day. Today is the last day, Sunday, June 15th, as I'm filming this video, to enter the Father's Day giveaway sale. Use code Father's Day, all in one word, to get 25% off all the Orgonite, Shungite, magical offerings over at AscensionOrgonites.com. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Hello, Jill. Nice to see you. Did anybody get a chance yet to see the military day parade that took place yesterday on Saturday, June 14th? I have watched the whole thing because I'm weird like that, and I like things that have to do with the military and the army. And I was just laughing as I was watching it because, with Saturn now in Aries and this past weekend in a square to Jupiter, the planet of expansion, expanding all the Aries qualities, of course, we would have this huge military day parade. And I absolutely loved it. Elle says, yes, made me cry. Bajorni said, yes, I was crying. I wish I could cry easily, you guys. I'm a crazy moon in Capricorn, so I was born with my moon at detriment in Capricorn. Linda, you've got your moon in Capricorn too, right? Let me know. Do you have a hard time crying? Because I do not cry easily. Oh my God, Jill, you were there? Jill says, Steve and I were there with our grandson. That is so freaking cool. I am so jealous. That's awesome. So, yeah, as we go into this upcoming week, you guys, it's the summer solstice. On Friday is our summer solstice. So, happy, happy, happy solstice. Happy solstice week. It is our time in the Northern Hemisphere where we are entering the summer. We are celebrating the light and the sun and the creativity and the fun and the romance of the summer season. So I always love the energy of the summer solstice, and it's a very positive, energizing, creative time of year. So happy solstice, everyone. Linda says, I have not watched it, but there were some weirdos here doing the No Kings protest. So LOL. I'm so happy that nothing really crazy has happened at any of those No King protests. Let me know if I'm wrong, you guys, but I haven't seen anything too crazy. And I'm so happy with the astrology that we have this weekend that we seem to kind of negate some of the more adversities that could have possibly happened with that. Because as we're coming into this week, we're coming out of a weekend of actually today, as I'm filming this video, Sunday, June 15th, exact Jupiter square Saturn, Mars square Uranus. Geez Louise, these are two very intense aspects exactly on the same day. So as we start off the week, we're still in the influence throughout the next week of this Mars square Uranus, Jupiter square Saturn. This is our structures of life really going through change, major transformation going on, instability. Okay, things can feel a little bit unstable with that Mars square Uranus. You can be noticing it might be harder to sleep, might be harder to relax. Mars and Uranus are both energy in astrology, so we can feel more energized, right? I really like that on Tuesday, we are going to be having Mars enter the sign of Virgo. Okay, so we're getting out of this Mars and Leo that we've been in on and off for quite a long time and into Mars in Virgo. And this Mars in Virgo is inspiring us. You know, Mars is a really important placement in astrology because it's our divine masculine side. It's where we assert our energy, okay, our drive. In the sign of Virgo is really putting an emphasis on health, wellness, our routines. This is a really good time with Mars in Virgo for us to be focusing on our health, to be bringing in more positive, uplifting routines. I do think with Mars and Virgo in a conjunction to the South Node in Virgo, let me see exactly when that's going to be because I'm having a brain fart here, you guys. One sec, let me check on my astrology program. When exactly are we having Mars conjunct the South Node? So that's actually a month away. On July 20th, Mars will be conjunct the South Node in Virgo. That's going to be a doozy. That's going to be a really big transit of, Virgo is not just health, it's also our day to day work and jobs. So I think over the course of when Mars is conjunct the South Node, which will be its exact July 20th, but kind of the weeks surrounding that, we're going to see major changes to jobs, people's day to day schedule. Maybe AI is going to be taking over some of the jobs, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get let go, or there could be a really big revealing about the truth of something health or wellness related coming up. So that's going to be really interesting to see that play out. So Mars enters Virgo on Tuesday. On Wednesday, exact Jupiter square Neptune. Okay. And that's with a Jupiter at 2 degrees of Cancer, his exalted sign, with Neptune 2 degrees of Aries in a square. Now, I'm going to use the word trippy. I'm going to use the phrase trippy dippy. Okay. So we're in a influence of Mars square Uranus, Jupiter square Saturn, and Jupiter square Neptune this week. The summer solstice in the northern hemisphere is lightening things up. Okay. But Jupiter and Neptune are the two ruling planets of Pisces. Okay. So with them in a square, exact on Wednesday, and us being in the influence of that this week, okay. Let me know in the comments, you guys. You know, I like to keep things interactive. What are some of the more challenging aspects of Pisces, Neptune, Jupiter? Let me know in the live chat. Bajorni says, Jupiter square Neptune, watch it, folks, when you go out for a few pops. Know what I mean? I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Anybody in the live chat? What's some of the more challenging side of Pisces that we can see expressed? Remember, squares bring tension. Cobb says dreamy illusions. Ooh, Tim says floods. Yep. Stella, hi Stella, drug addiction, escapism, illusions. Yes, yes, and yes. So this is a week where we can be feeling a little bit airy fairy, a little bit more ungrounded, a little bit more like you want to escape and you want to have a little drink and you want to have a little smoke and you might want to do a little escapism over there. And we're not seeing things totally clearly. Okay. And that's not me being negative. That's just the astrology, Jupiter square Saturn. Wednesday's a day to watch out for of we're not seeing things clearly. Don't pretend to know everything. Okay. You don't have to know everything. Just observe, don't absorb. That's one of my favorite sayings. And don't take anything just at face value. Take everything with a grain of salt this week and especially on Wednesday. There could even maybe be some weird brainwashing propaganda that comes out on Wednesday or this week that's not real, but it might look real, right? Neptune can look real. It can look really illusory. The screens look good. Linda says Pisces, drugs and not wanting to deal with reality. Yeah. So this is a week where some of us might be wanting to not deal with reality, right? Jupiter square Saturn, Jupiter square Neptune. But this is actually a week with the summer solstice where it's very important to be in tune with reality and to be as grounded as we possibly can, spending time in nature, connecting to the natural energies. Okay, so we want to watch our screen time this week. We want to watch the information we're taking in. We want to watch where are we going into escapism, where are we maybe being ungrounded in life. That can really be coming forward. And, it's Jupiter square Neptune and Saturn. So this is very big world changes happening and changes with racial issues, changes with country issues. That Jupiter is in Cancer, which rules countries, in square to Neptune and Saturn in Aries, which is races. So this is a lot going on. Okay. Friday, very magical day with it being the summer solstice. Yay, yay, yay. Summer solstice, when the sun enters 0 degrees of Cancer, one of the most positive days of the year. So it's not super adverse if we didn't have the summer solstice and we were going into this week with Jupiter square Neptune, Saturn square Jupiter, Mars square Uranus. It would be a total shit show. But I like that we've got the solstice. I like that we've got Sun conjunct Jupiter. That won't be exact until next week. It's going to get more positive and lighter as we get close to next weekend. We're definitely in the heaviness at the beginning of the week of some of these more challenging aspects that are testing, where are we being in escapism? Where are we not being grounded? Where are we not connected to our purpose and our responsibilities? And I always like, yes, Linda, Jupiter, Kazemi incoming. I always like with the solstice to work with the energy of having fun, being creative, being romantic, enjoying life, celebration. Celebrate the solstice. I invite you guys to celebrate. So I'm going to pull some cards on what's our guidance for the week ahead with the current astrological transits that we've got going on. Ace of Swords, King of Swords, 7 of Cups, Illusions. Woo! 10 of Swords reversed. We've got 2 swords. And let's pull a bonus card. King of Wands reversed. Wow, 2 kings reversed. The King of Swords and the King of Wands. Where are we not being empowered? Where have we given our power away? That can become very apparent this week. Where have we given our words away? Where have we given our thoughts away? Where have we given our sacred life force energy away? Our sexual energy away? Our creativity away? 7 of Cups, this is literally a card of illusions and fantasies and daydreams, loss of control, escapism, literally a very Pisces card, and we're having Jupiter square Neptune this week. So be very mindful of illusions. This isn't a week to make any big decisions. Again, this is a week to sit back, observe. This isn't really a good energy for major decisions. There's a lot of healing taking place collectively. Remember, we also have big solar flares happening. And we've got the 10 of Swords reversed, recovery, regeneration, rebirth, beneficial. So the energy is moving forward in a positive direction, but there's a lot coming to the surface this week that we need to address around our escapism patterns, illusions, empowerment. Before we need to face certain things, but yeah, interesting. Before we chart a new path forward. Two of Wands, right? You can't move forward unless you've dealt with the past. Sorry, it's not closing in there, you guys. And empowerment. Empowerment is a key word. Own your space with confidence. Woo! Big energy, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. And let's see. Oh, before I finish up here, want to mention that Janine and I are going to be hosting this Opening the Psychic Senses Part 3 of our workshop series on opening the psychic senses. This is going to be next Sunday, June 24th at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live. Unlock the secrets of your natural psychic abilities. And even if you didn't take the part 1 or part 2 yet, you can still follow along with the part 3. We're going to do a lot of cool exercises. And you can use code opening10, all in one word, to get 10% off. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow for our Monday edition of the Daily Astro Show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'm wishing you all an absolutely magical week. Bye, everybody.